Kuya is back in what used to be her house in the city of Bor after nearly 2 years as a refugee in her own country. The ruins leave no doubt about the atrocities that have taken place here. Kuya and her children had to flee in the middle of the night. South Sudan's civil war began in December 2013. More than 1,000 people were killed in these neighborhoods in Bor. Survivors recall how dead bodies were found along the road. Houses were burned down, and many families had to flee to the neighboring town of Minkaman on the other side of the Nile. Today, more than 70,000 people live in dire conditions in Minkaman, with little food and poor access to water. Those displaced here are mostly ethnically Dinka, South Sudan's largest ethnic group. They dare not go home yet, as the fighting between the tribes still continues. The conflict began here in the capital Juba, where approximately 50,000 people still live in camps protected by UN soldiers. The UN bases, now called protection of civilian sites, are overcrowded, and the water and sanitation facilities are not adequate. There have been outbreaks of cholera, and during the rainy season, the camps turn into unsanitary swamps. Most of the UN-protected people in these camps in Juba are ethnically Nuer, South Sudan's second largest ethnic group.
The people are in these camps because they don't feel it's safe to go home. And until they see the fighting and the violence come to an end in their home communities, they're not going to leave.
The UN peacekeeping mission, known as UNMISS, was set up on the eve of South Sudan's independence from Sudan in 2011 with a mission to support peace and development. Instead of helping to build the new country, however, UNMISS has now been tasked with protecting people. Only a few of the displaced people here think that the situation in the country has improved after the signing of the peace agreement in August this year.
We continue to see violence occur in multiple locations throughout the country. We're seeing families still fleeing and on the run from attackers who are hunting them down, who are looking for civilians and who are chasing them. And that violence hasn't changed in some of these locations since the peace agreement was signed.
Kuya lives with her neighbours and has little to eat. If the situation here continues to be calm, she can start to rebuild her house. The scars of war leave little hope for the future in a country that has been ravaged by conflict for generations.